In today's video, I have two huge announcements. You don't want to skip the first minute. You'll also learn about an ingrown toenail gone wrong, individuality, and tool safety, because everyone wants to feel good about their feet. Enjoy!
So this one you're feeling pressure
Yes.
on the sides.
Yes, and on the other foot, the same toe. And you know, I have to wear those.
And get these little guys out of there.
Yeah, I have to wear those.
Guess what? While you're enjoying today's video, I'll be in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, training a class of Meticulous Manicurists and unveiling my invention, the ErgoLift. There's been an overwhelming demand from all over the world asking me to teach my methods, and I'll be finishing up my Global Meticulous Manicurist Network and online training center over the next 8 weeks. So stay tuned for that announcement, and I'll be posting the website for the ErgoLift next week for the general public and international orders. Sometimes you'll see me give a little half squeeze before I clip the toenail, and that's because I'm making sure that I'm not going to clip any live skin. You always want to be very safe while you're using your tools so you don't cause any injury to the client's skin. Sometimes it's hard to see if a client has limited motion in their joints, but you still want to make sure that you insert the nipper into the side and follow the natural line of the connection point where the toenail meets the nail bed.
Okay.
I love my stainless steel file for more than just one reason, but one reason is because it doesn't have any sharp edges. And sometimes when clients have limited mobility in their toes or their toes are really tight together, I need to use my tiny files.
Did you go to any St. Patrick's
And you have
Day
to be
stuff?
very careful not to use any downward pressure because the sides of the nail file can sometimes cut the skin. So you have to be very gentle and very careful when using and choosing the tool you're going to use.
My niece made a cake, a strawberry cake. Kids liked it. We had cookies and we had rainbow jello that I made. I never made it before. It took me hours. Sweetened condensed milk. So it's very good. Kids really like that. And then we had, all kinds of goodies. So they were happy. Oh, and I had some ravioli I got at Costco that were shamrock shaped and filled with cheese for the kids.
Fun.
The corned beef I got at Costco was really good. It was really lean. It was nice.
When the podiatrist removed this client's ingrown toenails, the acid just wasn't very effective in a couple of spots on both big toenails, and that is what I am going to remove from both toenails today.
Now, is any of this tender?
Not really.
Okay. Just sometimes when you get scar tissue, you know how it feels funny when somebody's messing with it.
This is going to sound weird, but I'm actually feeling with the tips of my nippers. I'm trying to find the end of where the nail is growing
One little
and
crazy piece of toenail, huh?
and trim it off.
That inside too.
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it. Oh yeah, I see it.
Now this side is just giving me a little bit of a fit. I can feel it, but I cannot reach it. So I have to be very
Tiny
careful.
one that bugs you, huh?
Yes.
Very, very careful when I'm trying to find it to trim it off.
I think what bugs me too is that the nail is so flat and there's nothing like it's just hanging on the side all the time. There's no like curve left in it, you know?
Mm-hmm. it.
Oh, good.
Teeny tiny, but got it.
There's nothing under that side of the nail.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Oh, I mean on the big toe. Right there. Nothing there.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's okay. Sometimes before you can tell what's still attached, I like to go over them with the buffer block, because then like now I can see that that's still all attached
Okay.
and the loose stuff comes away, and then I can concentrate on removing the stuff that's still stuck.
Oh.
I don't always have to use my toenail nippers or my cuticle nippers to trim off excess skin, but I've already used my buffer block and this skin around her cuticle area did not come off, so I do need to trim off only the white skin. You want to be very careful not to get close to any living skin.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Not much junk in the other toe though, huh? The one that I thought was ingrown.
I cut some more of the length of the nail off, and I think that that's what it was pushing on you.
Those nails seem to be narrower than the other nails. Odd, you know?
Mm-hmm. Come down here, little fella. I gotta cut you. There you
You know that podiatrist calls that a ski slope nail.
go. Well, I think just the tip of your toe goes up a little bit too, so
Yeah.
it's not looking down at me. box it up and store it.
Yeah. Ready for next year.
Mm-hmm. Dessert's always my first go-to thing.
Bought some really good cheese at Costco too. It had stout beer in it.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was delicious. With stout and the corned beef.
I love to reward my viewers by drawing at random one of the comments made on the video. One of the comments will also be chosen for my Comment Hall of Fame on my Instagram. If you'd like to be part of Team Meticulous Manicurist and help me grow my channel, take a screenshot of your favorite part of the video and tag me in a social media post with hashtag Team Meticulous.
Sure it wasn't this toe that was bothering you?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, it was the same toe on each foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, I don't know if it gets squeezed or what. Is that toenail curved?
Yeah, your toenail is growing in a different direction because your toe is twisted a little bit.
Oh. Lucky me.
I know everybody out there thinks that everybody has perfect toes, but nobody has perfect toes. Everybody has individually shaped toes, and as we age, we get changes, and our joints change, and our toes change directions. And I get a lot of questions about how you should shape the toenails. And I think that every single person should have individually shaped toenails so that they can wear their toenails for function and not fashion. It's nice to have them look pretty, and when they feel good, they do look good too. So it's best to shape your toenails to where they feel the most comfortable in your shoes. Here you can see another piece of rogue toenail that got left behind. It's not always easy, I'm sure, to use that acid to make sure that the nail root will no longer produce a nail. So it's grown a little wacky, so I'm going to trim that off because it catches on her stockings.
How's that feel?
Okay, doesn't hurt.
That motion is what I meant when I said feeling with the nippers. I want to make sure that I am not trimming into any living
Yeah.
tissue. I'm always feeling with my fingers to make sure that there isn't anything rough or sharp that needs to be addressed. And that is the reason I squeeze the mini white buffer block before I use it, because I want to make sure that the edges are broken down and that there is not a straight, sharp edge that may cut the skin.
What did you do for St. Patrick's Day?
Worked.
Here?
We had to move stuff into the warehouse
Oh.
for the online store. We had to set up the furniture and the shelves and stuff like that. And then I had to do some graphics for some of our new products that are coming out. Yes, the plumbers are there right now.
Oh, gee. It's taken a while, hasn't it?
Yes.
Occasionally I'll get a comment about there was something else left to do or that I didn't get it all. And that's another reason why I feel with my fingers, because oftentimes it's just dusty from the buffing or the filing. There isn't really anything extra hanging there. And after I am finished polishing and use cuticle oil, all of that moisturizes and that appearance goes away.
There's still quite a bit of, yeah.
It's coming off really good though. Your feet are gonna feel so smooth.
You feel better. It's under the little toe on each foot that hurts.
Right
You know?
here?
Yeah. Yeah, the other one too.
I get hundreds of questions about what is the best foot file to use. Now, I've been a nail technician for 25 years, and the best combination that I have found is the cuticle remover that I use, that I apply at the beginning before I wrap the foot with my applicator brush, and the Angel foot file. And you can find both of these products on my online store.
I was thinking of burgundy, and then I thought, no, it's more spring. I gotta do purple.
Mm-hmm.
I think spring's coming. Not sure. It was snowing on the way out here.
Yeah, I saw the flurries and somebody said there was even a little bit of hail.
It was just like little teeny miniature ice balls. Nothing's weirder than Michigan weather. Although we can't really complain this year. We got through winter pretty good compared to some states.
I'm gonna lift you up a little.
Some states have had nothing but disasters.
Okay, that can go back in. Just one second, I'm gonna rinse off your legs.
When I went over in the morning, my hair looked so awful. I put a couple pink Velcro rollers in it, you know. And when I got there, he said, "What do you got in your hair?" He looks at it and he said, "Springs." Springs. I took one out and I showed him, "No, it's not a spring, Jacob. It's just a curler to make my hair curly." And then he wanted me to put him back in. Yeah.
You just let your leg rest.
Springs.
It's fun.
Yeah, I wonder what he would have said if he would have seen some spoolies.
I remember once my mom used those on my hair and she put them in backwards, and so it had that crimped end at the end, and she took them out the next morning, and you know, she had no time to fix it, and she sent me to school with this funky looking hairstyle and these like fish hooked ends. I was like mortified. I went straight to the bathroom when I got to school, tried to wet my hair down.
How old were you?
It was like 4th grade.
I used to set my hair in pipe cleaners.
Really?
I only needed like 7. I would just, they're like this. You know, you bend them in half,
Yeah.
and then you roll your hair up, and then you just bend the ends together.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's how I used to do it when I was a kid, that I had a thick head of hair. I only had to do the bottom. I didn't have to someplace else. My mother must have had fun with my hair because most of the other kids were straight and mine was curly, so she'd make me little finger curls. We never went to get our hair cut. She always cut it, you know, it was pretty standard issue. I don't know if anybody went to the beauty shop when we were kids. I suppose a few people did. For their kids, I mean.
Right.
Most people just cut their own kids' hair where I lived. And my mother-in-law was a beautician when she was young. But her kids, you'd never know it the way her kids look. They look like they all had a bowl on their head, you know?
Amen.
Oh, sorry. They all look the same, you know? And bangs that were right here.
Well, maybe that was just the style in the 30s, right?
She was a beautician in the day where they had those electric curler
Oh
things.
yeah, the perm rods.
Yeah.
Did you know that drying in
Wasn't
between your toes and rubbing the tops of your toes around your cuticle area is the #1 thing that you can do for yourself after you get out of the bath or shower? It is going to prevent so many issues and so much skin buildup, you will not
30s and
believe it.
40s. I think she graduated from high school in, I don't know, 36 or 7.
Wow.
Because she was born in, I think, 1919. And she and her sister owned their own beauty salon.
Oh wow.
I don't know how they ever pulled that off. Because they didn't have any money, you know, back in those days.
Right.
I don't know how they ever did it.
So make it happen.
So funny I just said that because my motto for the Meticulous Manicurist is meticulously making it happen. I guess I just had that on my brain.
My sister-in-laws hated the way she cut their hair, though. Some of the ladies at the Academy Awards, they sort of had 1940 looking hairdos.
Did they?
Yeah, kind of just real smooth and, you know, tied back in different chignons or whatever they call those.
Chignons.
Chignons, whatever. Onions. Or real Lauren Bacallish looking page boy look.
Pretty.
I wonder what the next new trend will be in hair wear.
Hopefully it's the big 80s messy look because on lazy days that's what mine looks like. Like, can I just be in style without looking lazy?
It's time to polish, and before you polish, you need to make sure that the nail plate is cleaned off really well with cotton and acetone to make sure all of the oils are removed from the nail plate so the nail polish will not chip.
Are you able to fill in my larger toenails with any of that acrylic stuff?
To make them wider.
Yeah.
This one and this one.
I don't know. Can you do it or not?
You want me to do it today?
Well, you said something last time I was here about
Did I?
You thought maybe it would help them grow out a little more.
Well, it won't. It'll change how they appear, but it won't change their growth pattern at all. But if you want me to add some to make at least this one wider, you're my last client today, so I can do it.
Okay.
You want me to?
Sure, if you don't mind. I thought you were hoping it would change the growth pattern.
Oh no, it won't. But it'll make them look more balanced because this one is wider than this one. So let's add it to at least this one.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was going to help them grow.
So who is curious to learn how to create an acrylic toenail for an optical illusion? Before acrylic can be applied to any nail plate, the nail plate has to be prepped. I cleaned it off with acetone to dehydrate it, and I just applied the primer. Acrylic will not stay on any nail surface without dehydration and primer. Always start with a small bead of acrylic because it is easier to add more than to have to file anything off. And you want to try to create the edge as straight as possible so you don't have to file close to the skin on the cuticle line. So I'm waiting for it just to dry a tiny bit. You'll notice the sheen on the surface of the nail. It'll start to go a little bit matte, and that's when I know that I can manipulate the surface of the acrylic.
Actually, they did it to me twice.
So that it's nice and smooth. I'll barely have to file this at all. So I'm going to talk about pressure between the acrylic brush and the acrylic. Who knows what a butterfly kiss is? I want to know if you know what a butterfly kiss is. So tell me in the comments if you know what that means. Now, I'm going to tell you the answer, but I still want to know if you knew what it meant. A butterfly kiss is when you get really close to someone that you love and you blink and touch eyelashes at the same time. That's a butterfly kiss. And that really light, gentle pressure is the same kind of pressure you use when you pat the surface of acrylic. It's a very gentle, light, methodic, rhythmic stroke that you touch and pull forward. Just gentle little pats and pulls, and it blends everything perfectly into place.
But she didn't have the scar tissue, huh?
No. Like her nails had lifted over some, but they had started to reattach because I just saw her again like a month ago and we did it again. And they had reattached to her nail bed.
While I'm waiting for the acrylic to dry on this toenail, I'm going to go ahead and polish the other foot.
Sure looks more normal.
Yeah. Balance. All about balance.
Well, I hate to say it, but sometimes I am self-conscious.
Hi, sweetie.
My goal when I do my clients' toenails is to make each and every individual person happy, and that means that not everyone likes the same formula. I like to make sure that the ideas that I have and the shapes that I know and the things that I do are extensive enough that I can encompass what everybody needs. And if I don't know, then I ask. Just like when she said that she wanted me to do her other toe, I was a little bit confused. So I asked, and I made it happen because I had the time, and that's important. It's important to make sure that someone is feeling good about how their feet look. And if I can do the tiniest little thing that takes me 5 extra minutes to make them feel good about the way their feet look, I'm going to do it because I want them to be happy and I want them to come back. I'm going to have you scoot this one over a couple inches. My goal when filing this nail is to make sure that it appears as natural as possible after it's polished. So I'm going to make sure that the sidewall is nice and clean, and I'm being very gentle when I file in a vertical direction so I don't cut the skin, and then I'm going to file the free edge. Now I'm keep feeling with my fingers to determine what the shape is. You know, your third eye is always your fingertips. And it feels pretty smooth. I was really careful when I laid that acrylic, and it's pretty smooth. I don't think I have to file it.
Good.
I'm gonna just buff it.
Hi. How old are you? 15. Driving soon, huh? Sounds good. My son was a wrestler.
How long did he wrestle?
He wrestled all throughout high school until he got to the 12th grade, and then he went to France and stayed in France for a year for the 12th grade
Wow,
as an exchange student.
that's exciting.
Yeah, he thought it was. I hoped it would be a good experience. He thought it was, but when I found out that the people he was staying with weren't so nice to him, I wasn't happy. Yeah. In
That's
the meantime,
good.
we found another family that was a girlfriend's family that was very good to him. So he was happy. He had a girlfriend and he was thrilled with France. Had I known, I would have had him come back home, but he didn't let us know.
Right.
Anyway. It's funny how they let you know things they want you to know
Mm-hmm.
when they're a couple thousand miles away.
Very selective.
Yeah.
You can just relax.
But he thinks it was a good learning experience. I guess it must have been something he wanted to do because he didn't care about being in high school at that point. He had met a kid that was over here as an exchange student, and then this kid Fred, he wanted Scott to come back and stay with him for a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then when he got there, he tried trying to ditch him for his old friends, you know. So it was just not what I would call
Ideal. Yeah.
And I could have come home, but he didn't want it, I guess.
Here I'm using my super cute and super tiny number 2 Kolinsky brush. I use this for cleaning up any nail polish blobs all around the cuticles, and it's perfect. I love it. You can bring that foot back over.
Wasn't a delinquent, but he wasn't an easy kid either. You know?
Wanted his freedom.
Yeah. None of our kids were easy. The last one was pretty much easy, but first two weren't.
You know what I call them? Turkey birds.
We had one going off to college this year, right?
Yep. For taking time out of your day to visit my channel. People like you are the reason for my success, and I appreciate it so much. But remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for all the latest videos. Remember, it is free, and I'll see you next time.